Welcome back everybody to the Cirque Show 24/7, and this is Arrow Season 2, Episode 2, entitled Identity. So let's get right into it. Alright guys, now in this episode, it was an okay episode. I didn't like it as much as I liked the premiere. I think because it was just very underwhelming. Like certain things that I was excited to see, and then when it happened, it didn't really live up to my expectations, but I was still happy that the person was here. And that's Michael Jai White, as the Bronze Tiger. They had so much hype for him, and when they showed him, it was just like, oh, damn, he's good, and I want to see more of him. But you're focusing more on this Laurel crap, and I don't really care about Laurel and her storylines and her problems. So I was a little irritated about that because, as you know, Laura is my least favorite person on this show. I think they give her too much screen time, and they could use that screen time, at least for this episode, for more of an introduction for the Bronze Tiger, because he seems like such a great foe for Ollie to face. And it really showed that. It kind of highlighted that a little bit, but I needed more of that. You know what I mean? So I was a little bummed out that we didn't get to see more. I love the actor who plays him. He's great in martial arts. We already know that. He makes a great presence, and he looks like he's going to challenge Ollie, because it looks like he's going to be back, and they're going to have battles, and one day he might win one day, Ollie might win one. So it's just going to go back and forth until one's got to cave in and lose, like, for real. So I'm really excited to see how that storyline develops. I was just very underwhelmed because they didn't use him as much as I would have liked for them to use him. You know what I mean? So that sucked just a little bit. I think one thing that this episode did get right, that the premiere episode and other episodes, past episodes, that doesn't really get right, it really gave us the chance to really see Ollie in a different light. In the first season, he was very brooding. He didn't really have a good humor, and he didn't really smile that much. This episode, you get to see his teeth. You get to see him smile a lot. You get to see him be more of like a human being. You know what I mean? And I enjoy that. You could tell that he's growing into the character. The guy who's playing Steven, he's kind of really grown into the character, and he's more comfortable. And you can really tell that they're kind of fixing things that were wrong in season 1. So we got to see him smile a little bit, make jokes, have a good time with like Diggle. I really like the fact that it was a lot more humor in this. Not too much, but enough to just keep it going. It was a lot better humor in this episode, especially with the whole Diggle being like the black, typical black, car driver. So I thought it was really funny, and it gave Ollie a laugh. So that was good. So, and I still like the banter between Ollie and Felicity, and how she's getting pissed off because now she's just like the sidekick secretary, and she doesn't want to be that. She wants to be more, but she's got to have her own. She's got to have a secret identity, for this. So I enjoy that too. Like all three of them, like Felicity, Diggle, and Ollie, when they're all together, they have such great chemistry that it's really enjoyable to watch. And it just sucks when they're not together, and then Ollie's like talking to Laura or something, and then it's just so dry, and it's just so frustrating. You know what I mean? So it was just very frustrating. Now getting into Laurel. Now we already know I don't like her that much, and I still just don't buy the fact that now that her friend died and she blames the hood and stuff like that. Now that Tommy died, she blames the hood, and now she's like hell bent on just finding him and bringing him in and stuff. I just don't buy it. It's not real to me for some reason. I just don't feel it in her character. I just don't really buy it. She doesn't, even if that was the case, which it is for this episode and stuff, and for this season, that's what it's supposed to be. She's not giving it off really. You know what I mean? It feels like she still has a crush on him or something, and I just don't believe it. So they need to fix that. Like, I need to believe that she really wants to catch Ollie. I did like the only part about Laura I liked about this episode was the end, where she got to kind of trick Arrow into like coming back, and she kind of sets him up. So I thought that was very smart and cool, because it left us in suspense, like what's going to happen next week. So that was the only part I liked with Laurel in this episode. But like I said, she needs to be more believable. I don't really believe she's a pretty girl and stuff. She looked like she can fight and stuff, but I just don't feel it when she acts. I just don't feel it. So we got to work on that, baby. We got to work on it. We got to work on it. Now, I think what might be like the most interesting part and what I'm most excited to see like unfold is the whole flashback stuff. Yes, once again, flashback is just always so good for me. The flashback stuff with Slade, with Shadow, with Ollie, still on the island, still trying to figure stuff out, still trying to get off that damn island, and how like that relationship is really growing, that romance is really growing with Ollie and Shadow, and you kind of see Slade kind of taking a back seat, and you don't know if he's jealous, if he still doesn't trust Shadow, but you can tell that it's going to be a rift between Ollie and Slade one day, because right now Slade's like a good guy, but we already know what happens in the comics. He gets mad, or he's a bad guy. So it's got to come a point where these two are just going to disagree on something, and then they're both going to go their separate ways. And he's going to go full dark side. He's going to go, on the good side. So that's what I really want to see. And I really feel like Shadow is going to be the one to kind of break them two up. Because right now, they should have a good romance. Like a good bromance. Like a great romance. But as we all know, with romances, what always gets in the way of romances is that girl. The girl that's in the middle. It always breaks up the bromance. So it's bound to happen. So I'm really, really excited to see how that happens. But yeah, it was still exciting to see like Slade like in the background, really kind of jealous or just still not trusting. But he tells Ollie like, just watch out, stay focused. We still have a mission to get off this damn island. Don't let this girl like cloud your head with all this crap. You're still lost on the island. So I like that. But we'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. Now, another thing that I like, kind of fun thing that kind of really stuck out to me was the fact that they're really moving along the Roy Harper storyline, and that's good. All right, I like the fact that they're moving along. I still hate the fact that he still sucks like at fighting and stuff. I know they need to build him up, and that's cool and stuff, but man, he finds a way to just get himself into trouble, and it's just so frustrating for some reason. I know that he needs to find his way. He needs to be kind of that lost soul who's just trying to do stuff to do it and not doing it right. And then that's when Ollie comes in and really teaches him. But it's just so frustrating. It's like, dude, stop doing stuff because you keep messing everything up and stuff like that. But I like the fact that they are moving it along, and I like the fact that now he's kind of like a little sidekick right now with for Arrow, and that's good. Arrow's telling him like, yo, stop doing all this vigilante stuff, and kind of take a back seat. But you can be like intel guy for me right now. You can be like a little intel guy. Like if I need you, I'll find you. But stop getting yourself into too much trouble. But you can see that they're forming that relationship now. So it's going to have to come a time where he's got to be more than just the information guy, and he's got to Ollie's got to really train Roy. So that's going to be really exciting. So I like the fact that they're opening that up and they're really pushing that along. So and they're not dragging it out. They're pushing it along at a great pace. So hopefully it pays off. You know what I mean? Because Red Arrow is probably one of my favorite characters, and I probably like him more like in the comics than I like Green Arrow in the comics. So I'm excited to see him. I like the guy who plays Roy, but I just need to see it. Hopefully they execute it right. But yeah, I'm excited. But overall, I thought this episode was pretty good. It had a few dull moments, like with Laurel, and not really introducing like Bronze Tiger like how I wanted him to be. But overall, I'm excited for stuff. A lot of stuff is developing. A lot of stuff is moving along forward. Can't wait for next week's episode. So what did you guys think? Did you like this episode? So please comment, subscribe, tell me what you thought. And as always, this is the Search Show 24/7. Be easy.